see that it's starting to create the skeleton, the outline of that agent. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to select what the user is that I want to use with this. I'm going to give it a description. Always best practice. Use the description folks. And then I'm going to go into the System tab, and I'm going to add a little bit more color, a little bit more context. I'm going to tell it what I want it to say when it talks to people. And I'm going to use the right hotkey. So it's going to say, welcome to Dreamforce. If something goes wrong, again, we're keeping it simple. It's going to say, oops, something went wrong. And then I'm going to go ahead and save this. So we're just starting to create the outline of our agent. You might notice agent definition just got highlighted in red text. That's kind of a warning to me. It's a flag that this agent is incomplete. It doesn't have everything that it needs to have a successful interaction with the user right now as it stands. And if we look at the Agentforce assistant on the right-hand side, we see that it's asking for more information. It's saying, tell me what the purpose of this is. What do I want it to do? So I'm going to give it a topic. I'm going to tell it. And I'm going to say, create a topic for user interaction. We're going to keep it simple, but I want it to get the person's name and role that they're interacting with the agent. So it's going to think about this. It's going to think about it a little bit more. It's towards the end of the first day of Dreamforce, we're all a little tired. And then it's going to start creating that configuration. So you see in the topics section, it's already starting to create the topics. We see the one specifically that I requested, user interaction. And we can also see that it's also thinking, hey, maybe you're also going to want an escalation topic in case something goes wrong, in case I can't handle this user interaction. And in the assistant over on the right-hand side, it's saying, great, I generated this for you. And it's giving me some suggestions about what I might want to do next. So if I'm someone who's not familiar with building agents, I've never done it before, it's going to give me some prompts, right? Some guidance, some help. But I know what I want. So I'm going to give it some very specific instructions about how I want it to interact with our guests and what I want it to do next. So I'm going to say, great, you're asking for the name and the role. You're going to take that information, you're going to store those as variables. You're then going to use some logic. So we're putting some if-then logic into these instructions. And if they say that they are a certain type of role, then you are going to send them to this certain area of the Dreamforce campus. I'm going to hit return, and it's going to intake and ingest that, again, very conversational instruction, the same way I described what I wanted to a coworker, and it's going to start creating that configuration for me. Great. So now we can see that it's starting to create that topic. I've got my user interaction. And now if I open the actions dropdown, we can see that it's created that action too. We've got the sort of more code script version of what I asked for here. And then I'm also able to see the basics in the configuration, my other variables, right, and what that user interaction is going to look like. So I have to accept these changes, though it's not going to take a bunch of independent action. It wants me to review its work. So I'm going to say yes, I'm going to accept these changes. And then I can go back into my suggest activity, and everything will have been created as I wanted. I'm going to hit save. And now I have an agent that has topics, it has action, or at least one action, right? So it has things that it can do. Now, I'm going to go back to my list of all of my agents, and I'm going to show an agent that does the same thing. But we created it earlier, right? You can see it's got the same topics, it's got the same actions. We have the very easy to understand version of what the reasoning instructions are. And we're going to go and preview this. And it wants me to refresh it. So we'll go ahead and do that. As I said, latest changes, we're making a lot of changes. It's getting better and better. So I'm going to go in, and now I'm going to greet it like I would a new friend that I've met at Agentforce. So I'm saying, hi, new friend. And then it's going to give me that response that I asked for originally in my topic instruction. What's my name? What's my role? My name is Monica. I'm a developer. You can also see in the interaction details that because we're in preview mode, right, we're testing this effectively, I'm able to see what those reasoning steps are that the agent is taking. Great, it's giving me a response. And as we wanted, when we configured this agent, it's telling me, since I'm a developer, if I am a developer, then I should go to the developer keynote. Fantastic. In the interaction details tab, I can hover over each of these areas and I can get a little bit more information about what that prompt response was. You can see how long it took the agent to take that reasoning step, which is fantastic for analyzing your agent's performance. And then at the bottom, I have this natural language, very easy to understand summary of what this agent is doing. And if you're someone who likes a little bit of vibe coding, likes a little bit of building conversationally, and then wants to go in and make changes to the script itself, that is always an option. So it's very easy to toggle back into the script experience. And then I see all of the code, right? All of the configuration that we created, the variables, the actions, the reasoning instructions. I can see that, and I can edit that here as well. So you have both experiences. I can either conversationally prompt the agent to make changes and edit for me, or I can have that more developer-driven experience as well within the same interface, just a little toggle. All right, that is our quick demo of the upcoming Agentforce Builder interface. As I said at the beginning, not available yet, but we are hoping very soon, weeks, months maybe. And thank you so much for watching. Satya will be able to scan your badges and come to us with any questions.